My wife is a cancer survivor. She was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer 5 years ago. She's now a couple years in remission. She went through everything. She went through chemo, she went through surgery, she went through radiation, all of it. And seeing how brave she was in that process, and just realizing that every single day that we have on this earth is truly something that is special, that shouldn't be wasted. It made me realize that I needed to do a little bit more with my life. I'm a small business owner. I sell cameras and camera gear for a living, and once you've done that and shipped out tens of thousands of cameras, it is still very exciting, but it's lost a little bit of that charm. And one of the ways that I sought to bring a little more life back to me was through creating a YouTube channel, which is this channel that you're watching right now. If you're going through a really hard time right now, like I know a lot of us are, and there's a big black cloud hanging over you at every second. I know what that feels like. I've been through it. My wife lived through it. It is the uncertainty, the not knowing, the fear, the concern for your children, the fear of losing a spouse, a lover, a friend, my best friend. It kept me up at night. It was all I could think about. It was all consuming. Cancer was our lives for 3 years. From the moment that she walked in through the garage door and told me that she had cancer. It was like a rug that was pulled out from under you. It was the hardest thing that I've ever gone through. And kind of get flashbacks, not in a good way, of just that dread, that overwhelming dread that you feel when something happens to the one that you love the most. It was really hard, and every day waking up, I have my own small business, the camera business. It was hard to get motivated every day. The reason that I kept doing it was because it put food on our table. That doesn't make me a lot of money, but it makes ends meet. And I had to do that for 2.5 years when she was going through this and she wasn't working. So I was the sole breadwinner, and we were going to all the appointments, weekly appointments, chemo, everything. It was like you were the Grinch carrying a sack full of presents, but those presents weren't good. They were filled with coal and with awful things that weighed you down, that didn't make your life feel good. It made it feel terrible. And thanks to medicine, modern medicine is an incredible thing. Through all of the chemo, all of the surgery, through everything. My wife is in recovery now, and we made it through the hardest time in our lives to this point. And it's made us realize that what you see on TV about grief and about going through prolonged illness isn't reality. Your reality is your own reality. It's what you make of it. It's what you do with it. That's how you come to grips with it. I know it could have made me a bitter and angry person, and having that fear of cancer coming back does weigh on both of us. It's something we think about a lot, but it's not the ever-present thing in our lives. We're just living day by day. And part of me growing and learning from that experience of going through cancer was trying to express my creativity in a new way. It gave her a second lease on life, and it gave me a second lease on my life, to not feel trapped in just the everyday plodding along. This isn't really about a YouTube channel creation per se. It's about a reset in your life. It's about when adversity strikes, how do you overcome? What do you do? Do you sit there with it for months, for years? Do you become consumed by it again in the fear of it happening again, or to a different person, or to you? Of course, we have to be aware of those things and treat our bodies with respect and everything like that, but it's not something that I want to be thinking about all the time. So the way for me to grow was to do it creatively and to create this channel. I've always been kind of an anxious person. I've had social anxiety since when I was a kid. And speaking in front of groups or in front of large groups of people, very hard for me. But speaking in a more intimate fashion, like this camera here is an old friend, which a lot of you are. You've been watching this channel maybe for a couple of years now. And if not, if you're new here, I appreciate you watching. It's a lot easier for me to do that, to do this one-on-one type shooting. And I feel comfortable with it. I've realized that because I've been in the business that I've been in for so long, I can add a little bit of value to someone's life and maybe create interesting videos about vintage digital cameras. Who'd have thunk it? Cancer is a son of a bitch. It's almost indescribable. Or any illness. I mean, there's so many more things other than cancer that are affecting people. Whatever it is, just know that I really feel like within each of us, there is a burning fire to do something that you're passionate about. And it might not be YouTube. Probably isn't YouTube. But maybe there's something you've been wanting to do for a while. Don't put it off. You never know if today might be your last day on this earth. And that's the kind of mantra, that's the kind of saying that I really live by now. I try to. Obviously, I'm not perfect, and there's days or weeks where you have a general malaise about things. Maybe it's the economy not doing well, maybe it's the weather, who knows? For each of us, it's a different thing. But don't let the small things weigh you down. Let your life be filled with happiness and joy with every interaction you have with the people and the animals in your life. My wife, Jen, is in a second phase of her life as well. She's, since recovering, has become a full-time teacher. And it's something that she's passionate about, that she really enjoys. She loves working with kids. So I have not only an amazing wife that has survived cancer, but is also a new spark in her life. And you can see it inside of her. And that's a wonderful feeling. So friends, I hope that you follow your desires, your passions in your life. And don't let the small things that come up distract you from how amazing this life really is. And that's it for this one. Appreciate it.